me slow, with your head on my shoulder, nice and close. Feeling rich but drinking cheap, my love. Where this goes, only God knows. If it isn't you, every breath that I take's gone away. If it isn't you, I take a step but there's nothing to change. Oh, the missing would cut to the bone. I would rather spend my nights alone. Hold me fast, I'll put you first. I want this to last. All this time we have in hourglass, gone in a flash. All I know, if it isn't you, every breath that I take's gone to waste. I take a step but there's nothing to trade. Well, the missing would cut to the bone. I would rather spend my nights alone. Please don't go, dear. I'd fill this bottle with tears. I want this to last 100 years, like sweet Merlot. If it isn't you, every breath that I take's gone to waste. I take a step but there's nothing to chase. Oh, the missing would cut to the bone. I would rather spend my nights alone. I tried so much, lowered my bar for trust, and you found a way to let you in. Now I can't deny feeling right. My heart confused what's happening.